Alright guys, so I've decided I am not going to respond to every mukbang that Amberlynn or Chantal does. There's no point in doing so. Nothing they say is that important. And I'm just wasting my time. But, that being said, I will respond to the ones, like this one has a clickbait title, Emotional Crying. I will respond to this one. Because at least, hopefully something's going on in this video that's worth me reacting to. Chantal has one that's like weigh in something or other. Health update. I'll respond to that one. That sort of thing. But I'm not going to respond to their typical mukbangs. They're just not worth it. These ladies are so boring. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. I mean, come on. Really. Anyone who watches them, you know. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to respond to this one, see what it's about, and we'll go from there. And excuse my voice, I literally started coughing right before I decided to hit record, so.
Okay, so welcome to a new video. Okay, so, setting this up has got to be the hardest part, like getting the camera to where it can see my face and the food is difficult. I'm going to be point blank honest here.
You could move the camera back. That would help. If you put it backwards a little bit. It'll expand how much view you get, but you probably put it too close to you.
So, hello. If you guys are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. So during my mukbangs, I actually have topics I talk about. It is questions that you guys ask me or topics.
Yeah, she says that, but they're not always interesting. I'm just putting that out there. And I have this sped up 1.5. Which seems to be fine so far.
Talk about or things that are like circling around, whether it be about me or the world. Who knows? So first things first, this is actually a freshly meal. This is the coconut creamy cashew with veggies. So I've actually never tried this one. So it's going to be a taste test. So I'm nervous. I am. So from what I can see, we have, I'm not sure what that white stuff is. I'll dive into that in a minute. But we have edamame, a little bit of bell pepper, definitely some broccoli. We have some brown rice.
Sounds good. I just hate the way she eats. And I have it sped up, so it makes it even worse. And I think one of the times, like, I was going to think, she eats so funky. And I mean, she already eats, like, really weird, but when you speed it up, it's like, and it kind of drives me nuts. But, I digress. Let's go. That's so fake.
Good
That's
job,
so
freshly.
fake.
Let me see what this white. I feel like it's like cabbage. I just want to be sure.
How are you gonna know? It's probably
I think it is a little bit of cabbage. Cabbage, I call it. That's good. And the green beans do not come with it.
And I'm guessing neither do the orange. Yeah, someone had made a comment that, like, okay, sure, she's doing freshly, but, I mean, she's adding extra food. That was probably a whole can of green beans. I don't know, but it looks like it's at least half a can, if not. And then she adds the oranges. It's like, I guess my thing is if she's gonna tell us that she's still losing weight, I need the proof. I want her to do a weigh-in. I feel like she should do them at least once every other week to stay accountable to us and to herself. Because I feel like what's the point of posting this and talking about it on camera if she's not doing it to stay accountable to us, Like, that's why I do it, to try to stay accountable. So, whether I gain or lose, I post and I let people know.
They're just green beans that I made. And we have oranges. Yum.
Yeah, we can see that. Ew. Yeah, plus if I have to watch every mukbang she does, I'm going to be honest, I'll probably go nuts. I'm going to, like, pull out my hair, maybe throw up a couple times, I don't know. And I just ate. That probably wasn't a good idea before doing this. So, if I look sick to my stomach, it's because I am. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. It's just, it's frustrating. And a friend of mine said, you don't want to become cynical. You don't want to, stop being that happy-go-lucky person. And the thing is, I'm not. Like, I want her to succeed. I want Chantal to succeed. But I'm not going to sit there and say that they're doing their best, that I don't understand why people get mad, that I don't understand the haters, like, whatever. Because I understand it. Like, I don't want to be a hater, but, like, come on. How much patience do they expect us to have? That's what I want to know. They come on here, they record these videos, they know, they know that, like, people are going to be watching these videos, and yeah, we're going to have something to say. And then they get mad at us, like Chantal. I'm sorry, my cat's meowing. I'm leaving them out there because they'll try to eat my food and everything. But Chantal gets mad at us and says we have no right to tell her, oh, she can't eat, whatever she wants. And it's like, look, I don't care what she eats. That's not the thing. The thing is that she comes on here. She says, oh, I'm the reason that I had to have a hysterectomy. I'm the reason that blah, 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 blah. It's karma. Blah, blah, blah. And so she's over there, crying to us about her health. And then she tells us, oh, I know I need to change. I know I need to do this. And then she tries for a few minutes or a day. And then goes right back to doing what she normally does, mukbangs, eating crappy food. And then she gets mad at us for saying something about it. Like, what do you expect? If you're going to be on here making these videos, then you should expect someone's going to say something. And I say this all the time, that if people want to call me out on stuff that I say or do, go right ahead. Because sometimes I think I need to be called out on it, because I'm not losing weight. That's why I'm trying something different. I'm not going to try the same thing, because obviously that doesn't work for me. But I get that, and I'm going to do something different. I'm going to join a gym, like a good gym, one that, it's small classes. They help with my nutrition. So I'm going to do that because I really want to do better. I do. I'm not 400 or 500 pounds, but I could easily get there if I'm not careful. And I don't want that life for myself. And I know these women don't want that life for themselves either. So what I don't get, like, I get addiction. Like, I have the same addiction. But I guess I just don't get their true lack of trying. Maybe they believe that they're trying, but they're not. Because have they succeeded at all? No. And then their supporters get mad at you for having your own mind and saying, yeah, what you're doing is wrong. Try something else. And someone called me a sheep. I was like, no, that's not how that works. I'd be a sheep if I was over there. Owner Chantal's amazing, and she's doing so great, and Amberlynn's amazing, and she's doing so great. That would be a sheep behavior. I'm not doing that, so.
I'm here for it. All day, every day. This smells good. I'm going to try eating some of this. I'm going to take a big bite.
Go right ahead. I'm not going to watch it. Like, get on to your emotional stuff. Let's do it. Like, she talks about her topic. What's the topic? Let's talk. Come on.
So, I think today's topic.
Thank you.
We should talk about this today.
Do it. No, baby. No, my kitty. I'm sorry, baby. I'll let you in a little bit, okay? Go lay down or go play with your sibling. I love you. They're so cute, my babies.
And it's my thoughts on losing weight while doing mukbangs. Okay.
We know your thoughts on losing weight and doing mukbangs. Oh, they help me. The blah, 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 blah. And the funny thing is, your thoughts change with the weather. So it's like, okay, whatever. 1 minute it's a bad thing. 1 minute it's a good thing. 1 minute it's whatever. It's like, yeah, do you really have thoughts on this? Like, what is your actual thought? And stick to it. That's what I'm saying. Like, stick with it. It's not that difficult.
So we'll get to that.
Very intrigued.
I know a lot of people think it's weird, like, how I mix food. If I start to feel, like, upset, like my stomach hurts, I'll know not to do that again, but majority of the time, my stomach doesn't react any sort of way, so.
Honestly, what she has here doesn't look bad at all. It's just green beans, whatever that stuff is, the quinoa or whatever she said. I don't remember. Edamame. And I mean oranges. Actually, they say it's good to have, like, oranges. They're supposed to be a palate cleanser and help with digestion. I think it's oranges. Maybe it's lemons. I know it's a citric acid type food. I'm going with oranges. So I see nothing wrong with it. I just think that maybe portion size needs to be adjusted a little bit, I mean, I know she always says, oh, I only eat 2 meals a day or whatever. I don't know if we believe that. Because if I've learned anything from my 600-pound life, is that they do not really know how much they eat. I never knew how much I ate until I started tracking it, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. So, yeah, I don't think she knows how much she actually eats. I just hate the noises. I wish she wouldn't do that. Oh, sorry.
I got you. Ow. I hope that my...
Sorry about that.
This is actually, like, hands down delicious. Water.
video playing before I...
And we are drinking it in a wine glass because we are fancy. I will say I'm sad because I can't find my straws anywhere.
Okay, then.
So...
How do you lose straws?
I don't like drinking it like that, but... we're gonna have to make do, folks. We're gonna have to make do.
How do you lose a straw? Like, what do you do with them?
So... I uploaded a video. I want to say it's been almost a year. Yeah, I was doing a shrimp mukbang, which I have no problem with. Shrimp is a good source of protein and
blah blah blah. No one cares your BS nutrition like expertise. No one gives a crap. Like, come on, just get with it.
And I mean, I have no problem with that. Just don't like overboard it, you know. So
eating a whole platter meant for at least 3 people is not overdoing it. I don't know what is. Like, that's supposed to be a platter you put down at a party for your guests and you have a few each. Like, not the whole thing.
But in that video, and also in, I think one prior, I'm so bad with timelines, I'm like terribly sorry, but I was just like talking about how I'm no longer sharing my weight loss and like I'm keeping it from you guys and how it doesn't matter if I do mukbangs. Like, it was like this whole thing. My thought process is actually different than yeah, whatever. Grammar. Even though it doesn't seem like it, because I'm sitting here doing mukbangs while losing weight.
Yeah, yes, while you say you're losing weight, I don't believe you. If you want to prove it, then you need to get back on that scale, because you lost, what, 50-something pounds, and then you gained 4 at least. So I need to know, what direction are you in? Are you going back up? Are you coming back down? Like, you know, where are you exactly? Because, yeah, don't believe it. No, kitty.
So the difference between then is then I wasn't losing weight. I was trying to. But let's be real. My trying was never good enough because I didn't try hard enough. And
true.
That's the truth. I also uploaded a video of me eating kielbasa. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I was eating a baked potato, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's totally fine, but how I come across sometimes is even frustrating to myself when I go back and watch it. I'm just like, what, like, possessed me to sound so, like, not cocky, that's not the right word, just so
arrogant?
I don't know, maybe like attitude?
That's not how that word works.
Condescending?
You sound so attitude? That's not how that word works, sorry. Condescending, maybe. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, definitely some of those negative words we can go with, because it's true. I mean, people weren't so upset about the shrimp mukbang. What they were upset about was her attitude. And I'm gonna be right back, because my cat's gonna drive me nuts, because it won't stop meowing at my door, and I'm gonna make sure it's okay, and then I'm gonna tell it to go somewhere. Which will probably be in my room, because I love them, and I can't help it. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave this running. I can always edit it. It's such a pain to get this situated in my damn cats. Pissing me off. What? Goodness. You're like hurt or something. Sheesh. Getting out here with me? Now I gotta look at this. Okay, guys, I apologize for that. My girl cat was just meowing at my door, driving me nuts, so I just let her in. I don't know what her problem was, but apparently it was something. So let's go. Well, now they're both in here. I just left my door open, but...
I don't know.
What? Come here.
I thought I had it in the bag. I was down like 2 pounds. Filming mukbangs, like living my best life. But the thing about that is, I'd film the mukbang, think I'm totally fine, and then I would like binge later on in the night. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't perfect now. I'm not downgrading my past self because I still have similarities, but I feel like you grow and you learn on an everyday basis. Like I was just talking to Aaron.
Okay, look. Grow and learn. Yeah, those are not 2 words that I would describe you as far as your maturity or your knowledge go. Because, yeah, sorry. No, you haven't. Because if you had, you wouldn't be making a lot of the same mistakes that you do. And I don't know. You're still the same. Like, you haven't learned a dang thing. So quit trying to act like you're this, like, I don't know. You're not. Just, that's true.
Everyone, every day we have a million different choices that we can make. Something as simple as, I could have easily cut these oranges differently. Or something as simple as, like the drastic one is like me just one day waking up, I move into Seattle, I take my animals, I leave my stuff, and I'm like, deuces. And just things like that. It's like every day you have all these choices, and every day you make mistakes, and you learn, and you either become a better person, or you go the opposite way. And I've honestly
Gone the opposite way.
through both cases, to be honest.
No. You've gone the opposite way. But you haven't gotten better. You've gotten worse. Oh my gosh. Watching you years ago versus watching you now, you were a much nicer, better person back then. You are not now. Sorry. You could become that if you really wanted to, but I feel like your sense of reality is warped, and I don't know if it'll ever go back to the way it is in real life. Like, I mean, how things really are. Same with Chantal. You guys have this warped sense of reality, of, you know, the truth, and I don't think it'll ever go back. Thank you for the kisses.
So juicy. I'm like dripping orange juice in my cleavage.
Hey. Can you kiss me?
Oranges are hit or miss. Sometimes it's like, tastes okay, but this tastes like candy, like Earth's candy.
I love this kitty. Yeah, you're just a good boy, huh? My big cat.
You guys know oranges can be messy, like for real. I told myself.
They're so jumpy. I don't know.
I just realized I'm working on my chewing because I chewed really fast and I swallowed too soon. I'm trying to work on that. You guys have pointed it out. I honestly never noticed my whole life until I started doing mukbangs. And
no, I wish you'd work on getting your sentence out, then eating a bite, and then getting your sentence out, instead of eating between sentence and, you know, eating like a slob. Those would be the great things that you could work on if you really, you know, if you don't mind. Let's work on those things.
Chewing more is definitely different, I'm gonna be honest, because my whole life I ate a certain way, and now trying to eat differently, it is a little difficult, but I'm working on it. Okay, so I told myself that if doing mukbangs, look at this piece of my hair, that's so annoying. If doing mukbangs is going to derail my progress, going to trigger me, going to make me gain weight, or going to make me stall in my weight loss too much,
or at all,
then I'm going to stop them.
Or at all, not just too much, because what you consider too much might have already surpassed what really too much is. If it solves your weight loss at all, and you start to gain at all, you should stop doing it. It's like, I don't even know. Like, that's what drives me crazy. It's like, why even do it? Like, you know there's a possibility that's going to happen, so why do it at all? No one asked for these. Just because there are people out there that like them, that's on them. Like, I feel like you should start a mukbang channel that's specifically for those people so we don't have to watch it. And then put anything other than that on this channel. Do all your weight loss, weight-related stuff here, your vlogs, or whatever you want to do. And, like, create a mukbang channel so we don't have to suffer through it because it's horrible and no one wants to watch this stuff. Like I said, I'm only watching this because at some point there's going to be some emotional crying. We'll see, whatever. Maybe it'll be interesting. I don't know.
Because I don't want to derail. I want to keep making progress and,
Ow.
you know,
Hey, don't hiss at him.
I am so inspired by so many people. And everyone does things so differently. Like, obesity says it all. Losing weight happens in the kitchen, fitness happens in the gym. Which, by the way, once I get to a certain weight, I think I'm going to join the gym again. I'm, like, really excited because I feel like it'll do me good. But for now, I'm just, you know, moving more.
Hold on, they're fighting on my foot. Hey, hey. Come on, guys. Do that somewhere else.
I'm trying to hurt myself because we don't need that. Although, I think I did hurt myself yesterday, but that's a whole other story.
Oh no, I speed it up so we can hurry up and get to the point, but it makes her eating even worse.
This is what you guys see me eat. This is it. So if I was to come on here and eat, I don't know, I'm just gonna say McDonald's for the sake of, I can't think of any other fast food place. I came on here and ate a 20-piece nugget, which calorie-wise is about 800, give or take. Yeah, for sure it's around 8 something. You guys would see that, having no idea that, like, the rest of the day I was eating fruits and salads and trying to kind of balance that. So,
well, then why not do a mukbang of the fruits and salads then? Why do you got to do a mukbang of, you know, like, if that's the case, do the mukbang of the healthy stuff. Like, too, if you're gonna, I mean, if you're gonna do it, go all the way. Might as well do it with all your meals, or at least the best ones, if nothing else. Then we can't really say anything. But if that were the case and you were choosing to do McDonald's instead of the salad, like, that'd be stupid. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Just so people can talk about it. Because you know that controversy gives you more views, and that's really what you want.
You guys would be seeing me eat 20-piece nugget and then assuming the rest of my day kind of looks like that. And that's where I kind of want to balance this. Because I might come on here one day and have, you know, I was thinking Subway.
No.
I don't want people to look at the video and be like,
No.
that's how she eats the whole time.
This is why I don't let them in here. They will stop messing with me. Although I am kind of playing with him, but God, he's got some, ooh, he's strong. Some good claws. He got me a little bit on my arm. Nothing bad, but on my hand.
No. It's hard. It's a balancing act, to be honest. It really is. But I promise myself, if I notice I'm not making progress with my weight loss, I'm done with these. I'm done. Because it's just not in the cards for me. And there are people who do mukbangs and lose weight, like Steven, love you, by the way. He's doing a weight loss now and while doing mukbang.
I swear.
But so proud of him.
If she knocks over my curtain again, I'm gonna ban her from my room forever. Sorry, I'm distracted with the cats. Like I said, nothing she's saying right now is really all that important. So I'm kind of just gonna ignore, sort of. I mean, not ignore, but I'm kind of half listening to her until she gets to something important and interesting that I actually want to listen to.
And I know he did it last year too, where he was doing mukbangs and losing weight. Zaddy Chunk Chunk and Nicole, of course.
Horrible name. I hate that, Zaddy Chunk Chunk. That sounds like so. I'm sorry. I hate that. Maybe it's just the way it's because she says it, but I hate that. That sounds so horrible. Like, who would call themselves that? So I feel like it's just the way she says it. Like, if anyone else were to say it, I'd probably like it, but I hate she says it. It just makes it worse for me. So for some reason, I don't know.
Love you guys too, by the way, a lot.
Yeah, who cares?
Nicole has lost so much weight.
Yeah, you're not.
She was beautiful before and she's beautiful now, but
You're not Nicole. You're not Zaddy Chunk Chunk. You're not any of these other people. You don't lose weight when you do these. You haven't lost weight in years. So you're not them. You need to stop. Everyone tells you stop comparing yourself to them. You're not them. They're better than you in a lot of ways because they at least have done it. Like, there you go. Realize that. You're not them. You're not on their level. You need to stop comparing yourself to them all the time. I think I got a cat hair in my mouth.
Thing about her though, she eats all the good stuff, the stuff that I wish I was eating. Fast food, and like she treasures her food. Maybe treasures is not the good word, but she's a foodie. Like she loves food, and she enjoys eating her food. And I think that's like the most enjoyable about mukbangs. You can kind of tell like who actually loves food versus who is like a foodie versus who isn't, and they're just doing it for the money.
Like you?
She actually enjoys it, you know. But I go off on different subjects. I noticed. I will succeed if I choose weight loss over mukbangs, not mukbangs over weight loss. So what I mean by that is me choosing weight loss over mukbangs is me still filming mukbangs while eating what I would normally, naturally eat. Not try to eat, you know, McDonald's unless I truly was going to, as like, whether it be a treat or something.
She always gives herself that window to get in and eat the unhealthy food. Oh, you know, unless I decide to go over my calories a little bit, you know. In that rare instance it might happen. It's like, you're basically setting us up to know that you're gonna go at McDonald's. You're telling yourself that it's okay to go and get McDonald's when you're trying to eat healthy. That it's okay to, you know, get that 20-piece McNugget, whatever. I'd be like, you need to stop that. Like, no, it's not okay, and no, you shouldn't be doing that. Not if you're truly trying to lose weight. Like, that's dumb.
Fast, everything is always calculated under my calories. Point blank period. And I have a very wide range of calories that I do, which I'm actually going to start staying at a consistent amount instead of...
Yeah, I'm sure by wide range what she means is that some days she goes over. So she's like, oh, well, some days I'm up here. And then sometimes I'm right here. And like, yeah, whatever, wide range. Like, she does that on purpose. Like, that was the plan. No, she does that because she fails sometimes with her calories, probably 4 times a week. And so she's like, oh, they're a little over, you know, 1,000 calories more than whatever. It's like, yeah, that's whatever. Ugh. Like, I'm so tired of it. Just hearing her try to... and my brain always forgets words when I'm talking about her, I think. But she's trying to, like, give her excuses and make it okay, you know? And it's like, no.
Like, being so, like, fast. I think that's the word for it. I could be wrong. Who knows? But if I was choosing mukbangs over weight loss, I would be specifically choosing meals that would entice my viewers to come click on my channel while not counting my calories, not worried about what I'm putting in my mouth. Like I said, I'm not always going to be perfect. Like, it's just not going to happen. So that's what I mean by that. And I know it's weird to see someone my size eat on camera. It's weird, but...
No, I don't think so. It's not weird to see someone your size eat on camera. It's weird to see how you eat, specifically on camera. Like, the way you eat horribly. Like, I'm sorry, but if I ate like a slob, the last thing I would do would be eating on camera in front of people. Like, come on. If I smacked my lips and made all these gross noises when I ate, I wouldn't do it on camera. I was like, I feel she's just not self-aware, and that's the problem. Like, she acts like she is. She's not self-aware. Not really. I wish she could see herself the way we see her, because it would change her outlook, and she would stop doing so many of the things that she does. But I don't know. She sees herself in this light. That none of us seem to understand.
Oh my god, what's her name? I always get her name wrong. It's like Fat Hungry Chick.
Hungry Fat Chick.
Hungry Fat Chick. I don't know. She's such a sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever watched her videos?
No. Not my thing.
Like, she gets it. She eats whatever.
Actually, it's funny. Hungry Fat Chick had done a video where it looked like she was actually going to try to lose weight. and eat healthy. So I added her on my weight loss channel, but then I realized, I don't know what it was. I didn't really watch the whole thing. I think I was going to watch it. But then I looked at her other videos, like I didn't watch them, but I looked to see, and it looked like she was just going back to the same. So I was like, oh, like, never mind. Like, I do not do mukbangs, sorry.
She wants. But my whole thing is, I know I need to lose weight.
Come here, baby. My little crybaby right here.
I need to continue losing weight.
Meowing.
I'm already down weight, and it feels good.
Yes.
Like it does.
Wow.
And
don't.
Seeing someone my
like
size
so
be on
done with
camera is
me.
probably odd. And the reason why it's not weird for me to see Hungry Chick, I'm just gonna call it that. The reason why it's not weird for me to see her eating is because we're both big, you know? She's so gorgeous and so sweet though. My God. I'd love to meet her in person. I think that's why it's not weird. But if I wasn't the size, or like I was just like a random viewer like
see
you guys.
This? Do you want to watch? No, see,
I feel like,
just want to watch. She's like, nope.
What is going on?
I don't blame you.
And
save yourself.
I know a lot of people view it as, I'm killing myself on camera.
Yeah, see, I don't care. That's the thing. Like, everyone, I don't care if she kills herself on camera. Enjoy yourself. If you're living your best life, you do it. You do you. What I do care about is you consistently complaining about it and then doing nothing to change it. That's what I care about. You know, so it's like, my thing is that you can't do something that you know is wrong and know that the outcome will be bad and then complain when the outcome is bad. Like, no, you take responsibility for the actions that you've made, and you stop blaming other people, and you stop acting like a child. I'd be like, because even a child, I wouldn't allow to do that. I'd be like, I'm sorry, but there are consequences to our actions, and we know those consequences. And if we don't the first time, we sure as hell do the next time it comes around. And if we're constantly making the same choices, and for 6 years, she has made the same choices over and over and over again, and she has learned nothing. And she talks about growing. That's not growing. Growing is making those mistakes and then not doing it again because you realize that they've done nothing for you. Growing is not gaining 250 pounds in 6 years and being okay with that. But like, she's not growing, not mentally. Physically, yes, obviously, but no, I'm sorry. It just drives me crazy.
It's not that. Like, it'd be different if I was like a mountain like this of Chinese food, which is what I really want. But I do understand the confusion and the intrigue, but also like the train wreck aspect. I got it. I see all sides. I do. I get a lot of people telling me that they also enjoy the mukbangs. They love them.
Yeah, well, those people are not good people. I'm just going to tell you that right now. The people that are telling you that this is a good thing are not the people that truly care about you. They're not the people that truly want you to succeed, because we all know that this is a bad idea. We all know that this will backfire on you. And so if anyone's telling you that, you need to be like, nope, don't listen to him, because that's like the devil. If you believe in that, that's the devil working through her. Like, I'm sorry. Nope.
A lot of people eat alone like I do. And they'll message me and say, I ate breakfast with you, I ate lunch with you, I ate dinner with you. I love that I make people feel less alone. And I love that you guys do that for me.
Honestly, it breaks my heart that that's the case for people. I'm like, eat with someone. Like, watch it on any other mukbang channels, please. Don't watch this. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe that makes them feel better if they're not as big as her. Maybe, I mean, honestly, I think that's what it comes down to. It's like people who are not big like her, but they're big, they feel good watching her because they're like, oh, well, I'm not like her, you know, so that's a good thing. And it's sad, but it is so true. Like, come on, really, if you think about it. Like, those people who get motivated and they tell, oh, you motivate me. Do they ever get really specific how you motivate them? Because I can guarantee it's not the way you're hoping. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being mean. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I wish that she'd screenshot these people and show us, like, okay, I mean, if they're commenting publicly, then she can share it. Show us these people that are saying that this is okay. You know, like, let me, like, I just want to know, like, who's telling her this?
Loneliness versus being alone are two different things. Oh, this is a whole other topic. I don't want to get emotional. I'm lonely. I have loneliness. You can be loved by all, have the most amazing family and friends. You could have all the money in the world, and it doesn't matter. Loneliness comes from a completely different aspect, and it's so uncontrollable. And I feel lonely a lot. It's completely different. It's not because of anyone in my life, and it's like a lot of people are just lonely, and it is one of the worst feelings. I have fun, freaking friends. I have a great girlfriend that makes me smile, and I love her company. But it's like there's this like other part where it's just like it stems from depression. Like it really does. So sometimes sitting on here, it makes me kind of forget about all my problems because I'm sitting here just yakking up mouth. Because sometimes eating alone is like another moment for you to remember that you're lonely. And the only reason why I eat alone is because everyone eats at different times here, which is totally fine. Like,
which I don't get. Okay, I get Eric and Ricky because they have, well, okay, is it Ricky has a job? But like, why her and Becky? That makes no sense to me. Neither of them work. They could literally plan out their meals together and spend that time together. So I don't understand why they eat at different times. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, whatsoever. You don't have jobs. Like, what else do you have to do that's, you know, like, really?
When you live with roommates, that's what's going to happen. Everyone's on completely different schedules. I feel like I'm repeating myself in every video. I'll stop.
Okay.
Becky eats about once a day. She's sleeping right now. I try to film this while Ricky's at work, Eric's kind of like getting ready for the day or whatever, and Becky's still sleeping. Because this is like the room that everyone like goes to and hangs out at, and I don't want to bother anyone, so
Guess that's considerate at least.
this is the perfect time to do it. So, yeah. I'm sure a lot of you, because I've seen messages, can relate to having wonderful people in your life but still feeling lonely, because the two don't go hand in hand. Sometimes they can. Like, I also feel alone a lot because it's like, oh my god, I'm emotional. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I miss having family. You can make family. But something about,
Gosh.
I'm glad this is at the end of my video because a lot of people don't make it this far. Something about having parents, grandparents, siblings. There's something comforting in that. And I've never really had parents, and it is like, I don't know the feeling. And it's a feeling deep within that like I crave. It's like I still feel like that little girl is inside of me. I know that sounds so weird.
Sorry.
But like she's inside of me, and she never got to experience like having the nurturing parents. Even if my parents weren't nurturing, the point is like the times that I was with them, and I lived with them when I was really young before I got put in foster care, like they weren't there mentally. I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
Yeah, of course. I know. I have a friend. Mother's a drug addict. Father was, I mean, he was there, but he wasn't, like, I don't know, like, emotionally he wasn't there. You know, a lot of siblings, all sisters, actually. You know, they all, like, a majority of them had bad lives. They were abused sexually, you know, mentally, whatever, and, you know, that's a hard life to grow up in. So I understand that, you know, and it does suck. It really does. But you can't use that as your excuse to sabotage yourself. Because in the end, it's your life, it's your health, and that should matter to you. And you should get therapy for these things, and you don't. And it's like, how can you truly expect to get help with any of this if you're not seeking it? And that's what I don't get. Like, she tries to do it all by herself, do it in her own way, and that backfires. I mean, it just does. It always has, and I feel like it's always going to. So, I don't know. It sucks. It's a crappy situation to have come from. But you have to rise above that. You have to be better than those situations and be a better person because of those situations. I know people who spend their whole lives reminiscing on all the bad that happened in their lives. I guess reminiscing is probably the worst word to use. But, they talk about, like, oh, my life was bad in this way. And anytime they can bring it up, they do. And it's like, why? Like, why live in that? Like, why dwell in that negative emotion? I get it. It sucks. But, like, you can't undo the past. You can only control how your future is going to be. And if your future is going to be you consistently complaining and blaming your past for all your mistakes and excusing, your bad behavior because of it, like, then what kind of life does that give you? It doesn't give you any kind of life. And then you're going to be hated because, people can only put up with that for so long. And it's sad, but it's true. It's like, you need to work through it. And of course I feel bad, but I feel bad for the situations you had to grow up in. But, I'm not going to feel bad when you get sick because of this, because it's your choice and you're making these choices. And I really hope that you are losing weight. I truly, truly hope that, that's still happening. And if so, I hope you keep it up. But the mukbangs, they're not necessary. I'm just going to be honest. They're not necessary on here. Like, I get why you're doing it, but I don't know. I just don't see the point.
It's just, it's a whole other level of heartbreak that it's just, like, continuous. It's not something I've ever been able to heal from. It's not something that I honestly don't think I ever will. And a lot of people tell me I should move on from my past, but it's like, it's hard to move on from a past that, like, still continues to this day. And there's a lot of personal things that go into that obviously I don't feel like sharing, but
I don't get continue to this day. How? Like, you're an adult. You can choose to keep people in your life that are toxic, or you can choose to let them go. I'm not a fan of the idea that blood is thicker than water, because I feel like your family is the one that's usually going to hurt you the most. And they're the ones that know how to push all your buttons. And if they're toxic people, then they're toxic people. People are people in the end. I don't care if they're related to you or not. They're people. And if someone is treating you badly or making you feel horrible or whatever, then they're not worth having in your life. Mother, father, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You're better off getting rid of them, because your own health matters most. And it sucks, because I know you have a love for them, and of course you do, but, it's just not worth it. Your health is not worth putting up with it, if that's the case. I mean, I don't know, but I would assume so. If it's still continuing, that means that they're in her life somehow. But,
crying while eating, hi.
Still making sure you have every wait. What?
Maybe that's where also my loneliness stems from.
I'm sure. I like her shirt, by the way. It's really cute. The bra, of course, is disgusting and showing, but if it wasn't for that, it's a cute shirt.
I never had a constant. Sorry. I never had a constant in my life, I was in and out of children's shelters, group homes, like, I was gonna say strangers and the foster parents. I got tongue-tied, which is the same thing. It's just like living with strangers, and, like, there was never a constant, and there was never love,
Yeah, and, like, I think a lot of people don't understand that, too, that, people who grow up in the foster care system, a lot of the times, depending on how long they're there and what they go through, you don't own much when you're there. You don't own the room isn't that you live in when you're in foster care isn't yours unless you get adopted. The parents aren't yours, you know. You make friends and then you end up having to move if the family decides that they can't keep you or don't want to anymore. So a lot of times people do become addicts in some way. Food addicts, you know, you hoard everything because you want something that's yours, even if it's just the food. And so it's understandable that she is the way she is. I mean, it absolutely makes sense. But she also needs to really work on her mental health, you know, and I don't think she does. She doesn't. Like, I mean, I think she's seen psychologists or psychiatrists or something like that, but I don't think she's ever gone to, like, real therapy, you know, and just, like, gotten help for it. And, you know, and that's why she's still in that same place emotionally that she's been in since childhood. I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's easy to just switch that off and be like, oh, the world is amazing and, you know, let's sing songs every day and whatnot, but I feel like you should at least try, you know, do something, like, get help. And YouTube's not help. These mukbangs aren't help. They might satisfy you for a few minutes or an hour, but then you're going to constantly need them. You need the tools that will help you deal with your emotional pain. And you're not, in my opinion, you're not doing what you need to do.
And no matter how much help, or how much I talk about it, how many therapists I see, and I'll never get over it, ever. Because like I said, there's just like a void. It's because that little girl is still in there. I can work on my adult self all I want, but she's always going to be there. That's scary.
Yeah. See, I feel like even that in its essence is just an excuse. Like, she's always going to be there. So I'm always going to, you know, be tempted and have this and this. And I'm like, I mean, I guess maybe, but you can get past it. You really can. Like, in time you can. But if you're not even willing to try, like, that's the thing too. Like, I don't want her to make excuses that basically are like, well, that little girl is going to be in me forever, and this is, you know, how it's always going to be, so why bother really trying to get the help with my emotional issues, you know? Like, I really hope that's not the route that she's going to take. You know, maybe I'm just making leaps here in my thinking, but it's possible. You know, she's very good at using this type of thing as an excuse for her to continue her old behavior and to give up, you know. And it's not just us that she's making these excuses to, it's herself too. Like, she makes these excuses to herself, and then she believes these excuses, and you see it all the time, and it's sad. It really is.
That's why I am the way I am. Empty plate. I'm sorry that this took a horrible turn.
It's not a horrible turn. It's understandable.
You know, that scientifically or biologically, I don't know, crying actually makes you feel better after you cry.
Yeah.
Because it sends off, I don't want to say the wrong thing, just do your research, it sends off serotonin or something to your brain, or is it something else? I don't know.
Yeah, I know what she's trying to say.
It's actually real. So whenever you feel like crying, don't hold back, just let it go, let it flow.
It's true, because when you hold back your crying, and I usually do, it hurts. Like, you can feel that pain right in your chest when you don't cry. Oh, it's painful. I mean, it's good to cry, absolutely, and I see nothing wrong with that. And I get it, I understand it. Like, I'm thankful that, by the time my parents had me and my younger sister, you know, they had changed for the better. You know, my older siblings, they went through a lot, and, you know, they tell stories, and I can't believe it, because I'm like, that's not the parents that I remember. And maybe I'm just you know, I have selective memory, you know, I'm only remembering the things that I want and not other things, but I can't imagine growing up the way she did, and I wouldn't want that for myself for anything. So my heart breaks that she has to go through that. My heart breaks for anyone else who's had to go through that. It's just not fair, you know. I wish that only people who were going to be good parents could become parents, and that all other people just couldn't have kids. Like, I wish that's the way it worked. I really do. But it always seems the opposite, that the bad parents are the ones that are always having a ton of kids, and the people who would be amazing parents are the ones that always struggle. And it's sad that it works that way.
I think that's why I cry so much. I cry a lot. For other people, that's the worst. When I cry because other people are like saying something powerful, like oh god, you guys, Camila Cabello singing to her dad at the Grammys. I cried so hard. Do you guys know that crying where you like have to like gasp for breath?
Yeah.
That was me during Demi Lovato's performance.
Yeah, her song Father, that song's, it's beautiful. You know, that one and Sober are probably the two of my favorites, and they're beautiful songs, but they're just so sad. Like, you hear her struggles. And, you know, and I feel like it's good for her to create these songs and sing about them, because that's her way of getting past it, you know, and she's been through a lot, and, you know, and she's in the public eye, which makes it so much harder. So, I can't even imagine, but yeah, no, I know what she's talking about. I haven't heard the song she said. I'll have to look it up, but Demi's, yeah, I've
me, when I watch like TV shows and like people are like hurt, it's a lot. I cry a lot, and I don't know, like when I used to take this antidepressant, I never cried. I was super numb, and it was like bittersweet to be numb like that, because like I wasn't used to that feeling of just like never crying. But then that also came with like, I never got like super happy and like super laughy, and like I could be really loud and make some weird jokes, and like I don't know, like I like to have that, you know, that fun side. But when I was on that antidepressant, I didn't even have that. I don't know, one might say that. Did I say that in my last Mukbang? I feel like I did.
I don't know.
You guys are actually sitting on top of a uncompleted puzzle that I am doing. I have been enjoying puzzles. I do them like during downtime when
which is all the time.
Video's uploading, or like last night we all watched a movie and I lost interest really fast, which happens a lot.
Sorry, the hair.
So I came over here and I like listened to the movie while I was doing my puzzle. It was very peaceful. This is the one I'm doing right now. The one I did 3 of them, and they were all 100 pieces, which 100 piece puzzle takes me 30 minutes. I mean, it depends. So I graduated to the 300 piece, which is a cutie. After I do the puzzle, I donate them. So they get their use, because I wouldn't want to redo it. But after I do these few 300 piece puzzles, I'm going to graduate to 500 pieces. It's just therapeutic, you know. Find that thing that makes you, you know.
I thought that's what the coloring did for you. I mean, she has all those coloring books that she's bought. Like, I thought that's what that was for. See, I don't do puzzles. I'm not a fan of them. I like coloring. I mean, I like coloring. Nothing against it. I'm just saying, like, I thought that's what that was for. So, you know, or your books. I mean, I guess you can have more than one thing, but I mean, you got a lot of things that you use, and I guess whatever. You know, whatever you need, whatever works. I feel like, I mean, she has her dogs and her cats, and you would think they would be like good emotional support animals for her, but I'm like, she needs something. I don't know, something to help her, because I mean, we can see that she's been struggling for the longest time.
It's kind of soothing, and you just need that like downtime. So, anyways, sorry for the emotionalness, and my videos are very like roller coaster, and I feel like me sitting here talking and doing mukbangs, you guys are gonna probably see more of that. We'll see. But anyways,
that's why I won't be watching all of them.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna be watching all of them, because yeah, no. See, I'm watching this next one, but I'm gonna pause it when it starts up. I have it in my watch later queue, so
hey guys.
There we go. So this is the next one I'm gonna watch, but not yet. I'm going to pause this one and then start up a new one. But this one's I just wish they weren't so long. 35 minutes. I might not do this one next, actually. I might pick a shorter one, because you know what? Actually, I might not pick any. I gotta take a shower. I gotta babysit tonight. Time goes by too damn fast. That's the problem. I hate it. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. And I'll be doing another one soon. I'm actually going to maybe render one that I've already done and then upload one. But I'll try to catch up eventually. Tomorrow, I have nothing planned, so I'm going to use the day to try to get this stuff in order. But we shall see. Thank you guys for watching.